Hello everybody, my name is Hammock. Today I'm going to do something a little bit weird and different because I've had D&D on the brain for the last few years. I haven't really done anything about it on the channel about D&D, and I want to make some builds. I'm going to start with Sigma from Overwatch. I'm going to cut out a lot of unnecessary stuff I don't need to talk about, or the fluff stuff, or HP, AC, blah blah blah. I'm just going to go into what you'd need to recreate Sigma in a pretty interesting way as a 5e character. So we're going to make them as a wizard. Makes sense, he's a very smart boy. We're going custom lineage, point buy. We're going to get the telekinetic feat. Makes sense, he picks up stuff and throws it. There's like rocks and stuff. This is the array we're going with. I use chicken dinner, it's my personal preference for this. 27 point buy. We've got 8 strength, 14 dex, 15 con, 17 intelligence, 10 wisdom, and 8 charisma. Worth noting, the custom lineage can give you 30 speed. You get that extra feat. We're going to choose dark vision, although you can take an extra skill if you wish, but I feel like dark vision you can't really get from any other things. And languages, we don't really worry about that. For our skills, we're going Arcana, Investigation, Perception, Stealth. Pretty standard. We're not going to go into all of the spell choices for this necessarily. They're a wizard, they're probably going to have Mage Armor, Shield, Find Familiar. Cantrips wise, we're going to take Chill Touch, or Ray of Frost, depends on your preference, or Fireball, blah blah blah. The main thing we want to get into is at level 4, when we get our ability score improvement, we're going to take the Crusher feat. Now, the reason why we get the Crusher feat is 1, it's a half feat. We can use that to bump up our con from 15 to 16, giving ourselves extra hit points and buffing up our Constitution saving throws. But also, once a turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move that creature 5 foot to an occupied space, provided the target has no more than 1 slice larger than you. This means we can force moving people around when we bop them with a giant rock, which makes sense for Sigma. But we're not going to be doing much bludgeoning damage, right, as a wizard, right? Well, that's why we're going a Scribe's Wizard, which allows you to, when you cast a wizard spell of a spell slot, you can temporarily replace its damage type with a type that appears in another spell in your spellbook, which magically alters the spell's formula for this casting time only. The latter must be of a spell of the same level of the spell slot you expend, meaning that at first level, if we start off with the spell Catapult, a spell that does 3d6 bludgeoning damage, we can then replace that damage type with any other thing on the first level slot, like say Magic Missile, or Ray of Sickness. You can just throw rocks at people, refluffing Ray of Sickness as you take these spinning orb rocks and you throw them at somebody and it makes them dizzy because you just hit them in the noggin with a big rock. Second level, there's Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, which does 2d6 bludgeoning damage and restrains a target. This means that we can take this spell and we can take Scorching Ray, and now we can shoot 3 bolts that are doing bludgeoning damage to people, and then once per turn you can also send them back a bit. The other part on Crusher is when you score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage, meaning that not only are you doing these really cool rock hits that are sending people back, but you're also enabling all your allies to do extra damage when you crit with this, which is, pretty cool with Scorching Ray when you're making 3 attacks. It is also worth noting that because you are doing bludgeoning damage via a spell, it makes it one of the best damage types in the game, probably even better than force damage, due to the fact that a lot of creatures will have only resistance or immunity to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage from non-magical weapons that aren't made of silver, adamantine, blah 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 blah. So the only time it comes up that a creature is resistant or immune to bludgeoning damage is in reference to weapons. So, if you're casting a spell that does bludgeoning damage, you don't have to worry about that thing doing any less damage than you rolled, so good luck with that. Anyway, I tried to make this as compact as possible because I don't want it to drag on for too long, but if this was interesting to you, hey, leave a like. Bye.